Oh, you too. It's William. Can't whittle on a stick. I cut my thumb. Just by the grace of God, I didn't cut it off. If you watch my shop update, you know that I cut it across the knuckle. I was buffing a butch knife for a a very good customer, and which all of my customers are good. But this guy has purchased, I don't know, he's probably going on 6 or 7 knives at this point. But I was buffing a blade for him, and the blade got caught in the buffing wheel. It was a cloth wheel, and it went all the way around and come back down and hit at an angle right across the knuckle. If it would have hit straight, it would probably severed my thumb. It would have hit right there in that knuckle. So, thank the good Lord, I still got a thumb. But it was very short cut, but it was deep. I felt it when it hit the bone. So, got to kind of take it easy for a couple of days, and I don't want to break it open and have some problems there. So, but anyway, I wanted to do an explanation. A few days ago, I did a video called "If I Wanted to Rule the World," and a lot of people, I'm not going to say everyone, there was a few that got it. It was my attempt at satire. So evidently I'm not good at satire. It was pretty much a theory that well, it's a little bit more than a theory. If you go back and you really look at history, I think this is what's going on. I think that this is a plan that's being implemented. But no one got that. They thought that I wanted to rule the world. I don't. I have enough trouble ruling my shop. It's just me. I'm a hard employee, man. I just, my boss is terrible. But anyway, so in a nutshell, I'm gonna put some links below. I want you guys to think about this, okay? And this all started back, I think it was 1911, somewhere along in there. There was an island called Jekyll Island, and there was a duck hunt on that with some elites. They're very rich people, very wealthy families. And on this island, they devised and schemed and came up with a plan. And that was the beginning of what we call now the Federal Reserve, okay, which is a national bank. And since that time, they have been involved in everything that has happened or occurred in this country. And this same family is integrated with other families that are worldwide, and they've created several clubs, if you will, of the Bilderbergs, the Trilateral Commission, all of these other groups that are kind of shadow groups that actually pull the strings for governments all over the world. So if you really look at this and you really think about this, this plan has been going on for 100 years or so, or maybe more. And I wanted to put it at an interesting way to get everybody to start thinking about this and kind of seeing it from my eyes, what I'm seeing, and make your own opinion. Make up your own mind. There was a new system. It wasn't socialist. Well, socialism and Marxism was being discussed in the 30s. Right at the Great Depression, everyone thought that capitalism had died. It was over. Capitalism is no more. So they was trying to figure out a new system to bring in that would replace capitalism. And so some of these elites, they came up with a system called Technocracy, okay? And they were called the Technocrats. They actually created incorporated a company called Technocracy, and it was formed by scientists, or actually the idea came from scientists, and it was hijacked by the elites because they thought, wow, what a great system, we can rule everything. So this system is being implemented right before our very eyes. Anything to do with the green agenda, anything to do with Common Core, anything to do with Agenda 21, the UN implementations of it, all of this is part of the technocracy agenda, the 5 pillars of that theory. And it is basically complete and total control of the population. They intend to do away with money. They intend to do away with anything that they cannot control. And everybody is to go into a credits of energy. Everything is based on energy. And again, total control of resources. And that's what I was getting to in my little satire. If you control the resources, you control the world. Because money is just money. It's paper. It doesn't mean anything. It's going to collapse. It always collapses. Money always collapses. It collapsed Rome. It collapsed Greece. Babylon. You go back through history, it was all, they collapsed because of money. Whoever owned the resources of that country was the ones that became kings, rulers. They might not have been up front. They was probably behind the scenes, but they still ruled and controlled everything. So if you can get the resources, the ones who pull the minerals out of the earth, not necessarily owning the resources, not owning the oil because it's spread all over the world. How can you own oil that's underground? You see what I'm saying? But if you own the companies that pull that oil, then you have the control of that oil. All right? So that was the purpose of that video. No one got that. I didn't do a very good job on my satire. So I pulled it down, and I wanted to just come right out and say there is an agenda, and that agenda is not in our best interest. It is in others' best interest. Can we do anything about it? Well, the first thing that we have to do is to understand what that agenda is. Then maybe we can do something about it. I don't know. But at least we know what is going on and we understand it. So maybe somebody smarter than me can figure out a way to combat that. But this agenda, it encompasses the grid is where it's all coming from energy, electricity. The smart meters on your house. I mean, it is that detailed where everything goes into one database. All the information they're gathering from you and our children through Common Core, all that goes into a database. It's for the good of the majority. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. That is that concept. No more individuals. Everybody is the same. We're all bricks. We're not stones anymore. It comes from an ancient philosophy that originated in Babylon. So it is an ancient way of thinking. But it is raising its ugly head, and especially got prevalent over the past 15 to 20 years. It is sped up. So I wanted to get that out there and just let you guys think about this. And like I said, in the description below, I'll put some links about technocracy. I'll put a link in there, a little dissertation about Jekyll Island, how the Federal Reserve was created. And just so that you can understand why my theory came as it is. And you can see, if you understand that, you can look through the headlines today and you can see that plan being implemented. The drought in California is a good example. They know, these elites know, if they control the water, then they can control the farms, they can control the food, they can control everything. If they control our food, our water, our resources, then they pretty much control everything. I mean, we're going to do about anything we have to do to eat. So, and somebody would say, well, why would they want to do that? It's their mindset. Like I say, it was founded by scientists and actually hijacked by the elitists. And the elitists believe thoroughly believe that they're the smartest people in the world, and they are pretty sharp. And therefore, we don't know, we're not smart enough to make our own decisions. They think that they have to decide for us. We're overpopulated. We consume too many resources. We should be depopulated. All of this is part of the technocracy basis, the pillars of their thought process. It's a very evil plan, folks. Very evil. So, with that said, I'm going to let you go. This is a personal thing. It has nothing to do with anything else that I do. But I wanted to get that out there and let you guys think about this, and at least give you the opportunity to research it on your own and make your own conclusions. So until the next one, you guys be safe. Make plans. If this is what is going on, which I believe it is, then you should prepare yourself and your family, because days are going to get very dark. Very dark. And you should do that physically, mentally, and spiritually. Store food, store water. Get yourself right with God. So, until the next one, you guys be safe. And we'll talk to you again soon.